Hey, I'm Tesla. I'm a 25-year-old woman living in Texas with no children, one dog, and I'm trying to be responsible with my money but still enjoy myself. I got paid this morning. It's like 9:30 at night, and I'm finally alone in the house, so let's go. And I make sure that all my accounts are reconciled beforehand. I've been staying on top of my credit card payments, so it says I'm not underfunded and don't need to assign anything. For my 401k, I put 200 out of every check. And then for my Roth IRA, I fixed the glitch that I mentioned in the last video. I mentioned that my upcoming transactions were not showing up here. And that was because I didn't have the category marked as my Roth IRA in my budget to off budget transfer. Now that I've done that, it shows and I can add in the right amount. I'm contributing $275 more than I normally would. I was able to put away slightly more this month because my bills category, that's like also a savings category, is fully funded. But there did end up being a surprise spending charge today, which I wish I had accounted for that before I had put extra into investing, but more on that as we get into the spending. For crypto, earlier this month, I bought a little bit of Cardano, Bitcoin, and Atoms because of the dip, but I don't plan on buying any more this month. So let's start with savings. As you may know, I normally put $468 out of every check into this bills category, but because I have already hit my goal, I don't want it getting too overfunded. And I thought about just moving it over to next month, but I'm already still going to be contributing that amount on the 1st and the 16th, plus my roommate's part of the expenses normally go there. So I thought I would put that money elsewhere this month, and I thought about getting ahead on my savings. But after ramping up my investing and the expense that I'll be talking about, it looks like I'm only going to be doing the regular underfunded amounts. That was my emergencies and vacations. Emergencies need $64.41 and vacations need $78.12. It would have been less, but I changed my goal type. I originally had a goal of saving up $7,040.05, which of course YNAB was correctly calculating for, but I already know I'm going to spend for it in October and September. And so if I'm taking vacations throughout the year, then obviously it's going to be lower than the initial amount. So what I have started to do now is a monthly savings builder with $134 a month. So even though I will spend from this category and it will be smaller by the end of the year, I will still, or I should have still contributed over $1,000 in savings by the end of this year. So when I click underfunded, that puts me at $580.67, which usually my savings goal is $620 a month. But I had some stuff going on today and I have a lot going on throughout the rest of May. So I kind of want to get through that before seeing if I can fill in the rest of the $39.33. The reason my savings are lower than I'd hoped, even though I have my bills goal done, is because I had to pay a plumber an exorbitant amount of money. My roommate has clogged my guest bathroom downstairs a few times, and even though she has her own private bathroom, but I think when she was trying to unclog the toilet, it moved my toilet a little and it broke like the sealant. And so I didn't want there to be a leak, so I called a plumber to see if there was going to be an issue. And it turns out there was a broken piece at the bottom of the toilet. The toilet had to be removed. He had to replace the flange, then put the toilet back, and then redo the sealant and whatever. And so I'm thinking it's going to be $200. He quoted me originally almost $600 to realign the toilet. And he told me that unclogging the toilet alone cost $144. And I said, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to get more estimates. And then he came down to $344.44. And that's still really expensive to me, but he said he could finish it within the hour. And I had contacted several plumbers, but this was the only company that got back to me. So I asked him honestly, I was like, is this a fair industry price? And he said yes. And I was like, okay, you know what, whatever, fine. On top of that, I get my toilet paper shipment this week, so I need to pay for that. That should be like $78. And then funnily enough, I also have a payment for 2 temperature controlled bidets now. My plan was to do my master bath and my guest bath, but I don't think it'll work with my master bath after all. So I had the payments split between home care and giving because I tried to give the bidet to either of my parents, but neither of them wanted it. So I'll either return the second one or exchange it or sell it to someone else because I bought it at a discount anyway. I'll know more after this weekend though, because that's when I'm doing the actual installation. Anyway, covering $446.31 this week for home care, that really hurts because it set me back in other areas. And it's basically the cost of my roommate's, deposit because her deposit was $400. But I don't know if this is the sort of thing that qualifies beyond regular tear and wear. Like, I've been here for 2 years and I've never managed to move an entire toilet. Like, I don't know. I don't know if that's grounds for taking it out of the deposit. It's just something to think about, and I'll probably have to talk to my mom and see what she thinks. But anyway, for groceries, I've gotten every plate discounted box on June 3rd, and they're going to charge me earlier than that. So, on top of covering that box for June, I also have to make sure I have enough to eat for May, and I'll give myself $60 for that. I like to give myself 2 tanks of gas. I normally don't go through an entire tank a week, but I never like to get below half. It makes me anxious, and it seems like I'm spending about $33 per tank, so that is $66. For personal care, I want to book myself a doctor's appointment. I want a physical, a blood test, and then a consultation about a sleep test. I have insomnia, diabetes runs in my families, and even though I only go to the doctor when I think I'm dying, I am 25 and I'm going to be 26 in January, so I need to get things in order by the time I lose my mom's insurance. I don't know what my insurance actually covers or not, but I'm really hoping the copay won't be more than $100. And then I also just want to give myself $20 for like whatever regular stuff I might need. I'm going to leave Chip at 0 because he shouldn't need anything this month. For dining out, this one's a little funny because I am already in the negative, and that's because today I went to a hotel for my work. My team is helping to plan an event, and along with that event comes a signature drink. So I was there tasting all sorts of different drinks and variations. And my coworkers and I got a little tipsy. And I said, I think I need to eat something. I haven't eaten today. And this was like 1 p.m. And so we went to lunch, and Tipsy Tesla was like, you know what's a great idea is ordering a steak. I was thinking it would soak up the alcohol, I guess is my excuse. I want to get through the rest of my expenses though before assigning more to dining out. For appearance, I'm going to be doing some waxing at the end of the month, and I am expecting that to be $126.50. I need to add that as a scheduled transaction, but because of that little amount of money I already have in that category, I need to add 115.28. For fun money, I want to see 2 movies, Everything Everywhere All at Once, and then The Multiverse of Madness. A theater ticket is $7.50, so with tax for 2 tickets, that's going to be like $18. I also want to do a mystery picnic thing around Houston, and they let you choose the area you want to walk or drive around, and then a company plans out all your stops and all your activities. And then by the end, you have like a little picnic with local foods at a surprise destination. They have a friends version and a couples version. I want to do the friends version. It's $90, so if we split that, that's $45. I'm not positive we'll be able to do it, but I want to set aside money for it just in case. This one's going to sound a little crazy, but in early June, I was considering seeing a burlesque show. I've never been to one, but I've seen the musical with Cher and Christina Aguilera, and I'm kind of curious to see how similar it is because I used to love that movie. It's my friend's birthday around in June, so I might invite them. I'm not sure though. I also don't know how much the ticket will cost because I can't seem to get a hold of the venue, but I'm going to guess it's like $50. I might not go to that last one. I might get to save or put that $50 elsewhere. I'm not sure. But one thing about me is I don't mind going places by myself, whether it's dinner, movies, events. Like I've always been really comfortable being a solo bird. So I'm going to go out and do something, even if it's by myself. A friend of mine recently lost one of his close relatives, so I'm trying to give more this month. I want to get his dog groomed and his lawn mowed while he's out of town grieving and making those arrangements. I'm hoping they'll take $40 for the lawn, but it's pretty large, so we'll see. Actually, I should put 50. And then I wouldn't be surprised if dog grooming was like any less than $80 because she is a big old poodle and she has long curly hair. I already have the lawn care as a scheduled transaction, but I'm going to change that to 50. And then as I mentioned, I was planning on giving away the bidet, so I split the transaction, but now I don't know what I'm going to do, so I still need to cover that. Okay, so if I'm doing 50 plus 80, then the positive actually needs to be 130. So there we go. I don't plan on doing any more lending, and if I do, that's going to fall under the category of giving. All my subscriptions are already taken care of. So let's add more to dining out because that is my favorite category. When I go to the movies, I'm going to want popcorn, a Coke slushie, maybe some mozzarella sticks. I'm sure that's going to be like another $20. And then plus my regular eating out, that's like $90. That leaves me with $18.40. I'm just going to assign a flat 10. I'm going to put the rest of the $8.40 in one of my savings categories because even though they're all green, like my goal is $6.20, you know? That means I need $30.93 left. I'm gonna take the $30.93 out of my fun money because I already wasn't sure about the burlesque show. When it comes down to it, you have to prioritize and you have to sacrifice in some areas. And that's okay, that's natural, that's how it's always gonna be. Honestly, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make some of these numbers even. I don't like when the numbers don't look nice. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I think it looks better if it's rounded or if it's an even 5 or something. So now that they're all like that, I think I'm going to prioritize the month ahead because that would give me the most immediate peace of mind. I'm going to give everything a quick glance through to make sure that everything is as it should be. I think I feel comfortable with this. I think it's doable. So, thank you for being on this journey with me. And I hope you have a good rest of your May. And I hope nothing in your house requires an overpriced plumber. I will see you later. Bye.